Pele is it's a program of government where we encourage public servants to put people first. There are guiding principles on where we outline what is it that the public servant must do in order to make sure that they put people first. And moving from there, we also have to mobilize the public to come forward and then to know their rights in terms of Batho Pele, that what are they entitled to, what policies of government and what programs of government are out there that they are entitled to.
This particular campaign for Batho Pele, for DPSA, it was really simple, brief. A client wanted to be present on radio beyond 30 seconds. We all know that whole beyond 30-second idea, where you're not using the regular 30-second advert. So what was developed in this regard were 3 to 5 minutes radio dramas, and some of them were radio shows within a radio station. We created a character called DJ BP. DJ BP is DJ Batho Pele. And this guy would be talking to different, note, it was pre-recorded. So this guy would be talking to created characters within the whole drama itself. And people calling in and all of that. It was created such that it had all the radio stings. It had all the jingles around it as well. So when you listen to it, it almost created a radio show within a radio station.
At the time when we were running the campaign, that was the only campaign we were running for Batho Pele and Know Your Service Rights. And then there's the one campaign where we are mobilizing. The campaign is tailor-made for mobilizing the public to come forward to access government services. So we can say that at that time, the number of people that came forward to want to access government, they were mobilized by the campaign. And if you look at how you use radio, recently we had to choose between using print, community print, regional print, compared to radio. And then this is on another campaign of mobilizing people who were formerly discriminated for pension funds. They were contributing to pension funds, but in terms of benefiting, they were not benefiting the same with other people. So in order to mobilize those people to come forward and claim their pensions, we had to really look at where do we reach these people, and then how are we going to reach them. Some of them might be your elderly, and then how do you talk to those people? So we had to do our research and then really target our audience, and then radio again came up as the only medium that we can use. So yes, we can say that we find radio more and more being the most effective instrument to reach our people wherever they are.
Frequency, cost per thousand, people listen to it all the time, people listen to it in their cars, but all of that is too obvious. There's one important factor that you need to acknowledge. Radio is a friend, and listeners listen to it, it becomes a part of their lives. And as a result, when a friend tells you of special, that you can get something somewhere, you generally pay more attention. When a friend tells you, I've just heard of this new mayonnaise, for some reason, you want to listen more because it's a friend telling you about it. So it's all of that stuff and a little more. You have to always acknowledge that people treat radio as a personal medium. It's a part of their lives. And as a result, you're able to place your brand on radio and you get the results that you want.
Among the many mediums that are available, from print, TV, we chose radio because we felt it's easy access. We can reach people in all the 11 languages, official 11 languages, and also because we thought we could reach our target audience at the best time where they are just relaxed, and we didn't have to take an effort to make them receive the message, because while they are going about their daily routines, they can listen to radio in the background. While they are traveling home in their means of transport, they can be listening to radio.
You know, because radio is an interesting medium in this regard, people always listen to it while they're doing other things. the last thing you want is to tell them 10 left, 10 right, 10 left, 10 right, 10 right again. Don't give them too many details. Give what's important to you. Direct them where they should go to get more information. Radio helps with that. And radio with mnemonics and jingles, it helps to keep the message in the background of their minds. Every time they hear that melody, they know, oh, it's that campaign. That's why with Batho Pele campaign, we had a little intros and jingles and station IDs. When people hear it, they knew exactly what they were listening to. Radio works like that. Don't bombard people with too much information. Don't write too many don't have too many numbers in the ad. Nobody will remember them. There's a lot of resources you can use to get information about your consumers, because any marketer knows that before you embark on a big marketing campaign, you need to know who you're talking to. You need to know how to talk to them. But why is it that very often we get that tiny detail wrong? We miss the mark. And radio is a very cruel medium in that regard. If your message is incorrect, is placed at the wrong time to the wrong audience, radio exposes you very quickly. And you always say, it didn't work for me. Radio doesn't work for me. Let me tell you, always look at your message. Was your message right for the audience you were talking to? Simple, it's a very dumb example. If you're going to Deb and you've been given directions and you get the directions wrong, do you blame the car or the driver? I would blame the driver, not the car. Radio gives you the audience. What you do with them is entirely up to you. And if you're going to tell them the wrong information about your product, don't blame the radio station. Blame your information. Let's say I would encourage advertising agencies and creatives and also clients, especially marketers and communicators, to start engaging the process of producing radio content and with a lot more detail, a lot more attention. Because I said it, we get it wrong when we assume we know what we don't know. And it's in those moments, those tiny moments, where we need to pay attention to the tiny details that pertain to our audience. And when I say our audience, I'm talking about radio stations and the people that you as a marketer and a communicator tries to talk to. They're your audience. The minute you buy the advertising space on a specific station, they become your audience. You're hoping they react to your message. You're hoping they hear what you say and they actually buy the product you're trying to sell. So if you're not going to pay attention to the type of people they are, what they do, where they do what they do. I know